your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. In your house is the perfect distraction. Puppets in your ears when you in traction. If this work was some wrestling action. Smoke.
What's up, guys? What's cracking? The Gun Man, and I'm in your house. We here. We're ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are with the shits, because we're with the shits. And we're ready to talk a little wrestling. That's right. You already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And that's exactly what we have been doing, y'all, is giving y'all that work continuously, because wrestling don't stop. Of course, you guys know out there in the household, it keeps on going. And of course, we got to keep on going too. We just gave you guys a great Saturday night episode. Myself and the fellas. I mean, it was just a fun one. We mashed up Grunge Room and our ECW watch along, and it made for a really great episode, and that'll be dropping on the podcast. Guys, our downloads have been going crazy. Before I bring my great team in here, I just want to thank y'all, because downloads have been really on the up and up, and like, I've been a little bit busy this week, so I haven't really got a chance to like really put it out there like that. But we've been getting downloaded crazy in like Michigan, downloaded crazy in like California right now. Also, I mean, we stay downloaded a lot in Indiana. That's really just, we're a staple for that. But even overseas, we're starting to really ramp up. Ireland, we're starting to get more downloads there. Japan, more downloads there. So we've been going through a big download spike right now, and that's really great to see. It's because we have such a great team, and we do a lot of work. We've been giving you guys a whole lot of work weekly with the episodes we've been giving y'all. And of course, one of those cats, he does our Monday show. That's Window Liquors. And then he comes back and hits you with that work on Friday. And that, of course, is who I call the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph. What's up, man?
How goes it? Hey, household, I'm here, ready to talk some wrestling. You know, it's been a great weekend. If you hit us up yesterday, you had a fantastic Saturday night. Oh, yeah. And so did we. I mean, it was a real fun time. You know, Howse, I always love watching extreme shit with you. And yeah. Next week, oh, my friend, next week I got a gem for the household.
I can't wait. So keep that close to your chest for now, man. And we'll definitely a little bit midway through the week, we'll drop it, and we'll let the household know what we're watching for our Friday watch along. But we had a chance to also bring somebody else on the Friday watch along. Usually he's hanging out in this room and he's doing great things when it comes to our SmackDown discussions. He also helps you out there on Window Liquors when you guys do the Monday Raw preview show, and you guys do a great job. Of course, he's going to come on and he's going to party with us on this Sunday. That is the blue-eyed villain himself. That is Grunmeister. What is up, man?
Yo, what is up? Happy Sunday. How you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Of course, man. Always happy to have you back on.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
The old blue-eyed villain.
Yes, man. Yes, man. We love it. And of course, man, it's always a great party when you have, you know, a little bit of energy in there, a little bit of hype in there. You know, he's the kid to my play, or maybe the play to my kid. I don't know. We're both light-skinned. But of course, that is the producer of the show, Hypocrisy Jones, coming on in, man. What is up?
Yo, what up there, household? It is always smoky in Hypadelphia, and yo,
most definitely, man. We love it. We appreciate you coming back on, man, because we know you got a lot of stuff moving, bro. Busy guy for sure.
I try.
So most definitely, oh no, you do it. It's the truth, bro. It is the truth. Stay working and keeping yourself busy, man. No idle hands. With this man. So we appreciate it. We respect it. But there's no idle hands with wrestling either, y'all. That's exactly what is moving, man. It's always that. And like, Okay, so I'm thinking I've been watching a lot of like some other. I've been kind of digging back in my bag a little bit, jumping into a little anime and whatnot. We talked a little bit about the Rick and Morty anime, and and then I started having a discussion we had a discussion, myself, Grunt, and Voice. We was talking about like Adult Swim back in the day. Like we was talking about that, and I was last night. I was watching some stuff. I was just chilling out, kicking back. So I started putting on Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and I started watching a few episodes of that. And I'm like, man, this show is so damn ridiculous. And then I start thinking to myself, I'm like, in Your Howse Crew, who is who? Who is who?
Ooh.
So my mindset, I don't know why, but for some reason, with Voice, bro. You give me Meatwad vibes, bro.
Oh, I love Meatwad. Meatwad, he don't care. He ain't got a brain. He just goes about life loving it.
he
I
just
dig
does it.
that.
He does
I like it. I like
so,
it.
I don't know why, but because like I know how hype can be, and I know how crazy he can be. Master Shake, bro. He gives me those Master Shake vibes, bro. Like
Yeah. No, that's the one. That's the one. Definitely Master Shake. I like that.
And then Grunt is in his room doing his thing, watching all this shit happening. He's like, what the fuck? So he's Carl.
I like it.
We just bug him.
Yeah, we just get on his nerves. Like,
What's up, Boris? What are you doing?
And then I got to try to figure all this shit out, how to make it all work and try to keep us on track. So I got to be Frylock.
I like it. I can understand these picks, man.
Yeah. We are that version of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yo, good morning, Jake Hudson. Yo, shout out.
Definitely, we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very
So
much.
while I was sitting over there just chilling out, hired at a damn kite, figuring out who in the damn in your house team is who on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It really got me to thinking because I was thinking a whole lot about it. I'm like, you know what? Adult Swim for all of us was like must-watch TV. And looking for what exactly is like jumping off the screen. And a lot of what they did jumped off the screen to me because it was weird, it was different, blah, 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 yada, yada. So I was sitting over there thinking that. I was thinking to myself, what are some stars that are like jumping off the screen to us right now? Like not like definitely like world champions or anything like that, but I feel like we always have a unique conversation with somebody that people might not be paying attention to at that time. And I think it would be a great conversation to have to ask you fellas, who are your guys' top 5 that you guys are like looking for on anywhere, just give it to me. I mean, wherever you think is best, whatever you think, whoever is making you watch it. So like I said, I just thought about that while I was thinking about Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I think all of us are Aqua Teen Hunger Force fans. I know Voices just because we'll sit up there and exchange like memes about it and stuff like that. And like there's certain things on the show where like it's a deep cut. So because it's a deep cut, if you're not really watching the show, you don't know some of the dumb shit that actually goes on. And like I was like, yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, somehow that fits all of us in a way.
I like that. I dig that.
I think Annie and P are the Moonanites. They just come down, you know, and they're like,
fuck shit up, like,
and they do a good job at it. But
exactly,
you know, they come in,
they serve their purpose.
Exactly. So we got them all in here.
I was gonna say, it would be sweet if somebody out there in the household that listened to us that was actually like good at drawing drew us as like those specific characters. That would be the funniest shit ever, and I would most definitely make that like my headline. Like for real, if y'all did it, I'm not even joking. If somebody out there is listening to us and wants to do something like that, I will make that the cover art of the entire show. I promise I will. I will make
it a whole intro.
Yeah, we'll make it part of everything. Somebody out there listening, if you draw us as the Aqua Teen Hunger Force characters, we'll make it part of everything. Real talk. Real talk. Because that would be the coolest shit ever.
That would be dope. That would be absolutely dope.
That'd be fire. That'd be fire. And I think we got a fire episode ahead of us because we're just kind of we talked SmackDown. We really broke SmackDown down. So we're just having a little bit of fun. And that's exactly what it's going to be. So I'll start it off and then I'll kind of go around the room here. Like I said, we're just doing 5. And it's not like we did not make any lists, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't do any of that. We just did our thing. And also before we get started, Hype. I want to throw it to you real quick before we get started because we're doing something special today. So can you break down for the household exactly what we're doing to kind of get a little bit more interactive with the household?
Yeah, so the guys they just broke down SmackDown in last night's SmackDown review, and they broke it down really well. But what's a house party without more people, bro? Like, so
Right.
if you have a question, if you have a thought on current wrestling, what's going on, I don't care if it's WWE, AEW, your indie wrestling scene where that you're familiar with, throw something out there. We'll message the throw a comment down in wherever you're watching, and one of us will find a way to DM you and bring you on. And we want to be the most interactive household today, so the doors are wide open. Just just come on.
Yep. Come on in, come kick it with us. We'll talk about, and it's gonna be giving like calling into the radio vibes, y'all. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We want you guys to come in here and be like, hey, I got a thought about this, and this is my thoughts on it. And then you'll ask us our thoughts, and we'll be like, yeah, I could see that, or maybe we'll kind of be like, well, yeah, that might be good, but what if they did this? Like, come and talk to us. Like, we just want to talk some wrestling, most definitely. And hey, we got Lou up there in the chat, my man. The Lou, you already know the IYH bloodline is here right now. We appreciate you, bro, coming in and showing some love. You guys already know the Lou. Check out everything my man is doing. He is awesome. So go see what the Lou is up to. But right now, the Lou is joining us, and we're gonna do 5 stars that are jumping off the screen to us. I'll start it off. This is in no particular order, but my first one that came right to my brain, it's Braun Breaker. I mean, everything that Braun Breaker is doing, I'm paying attention to. From the time that he came into Monday Night Raw and the whole story, he was pissed that Pierce did not put him in the in the King of the Ring tournament, and he started wrecking. And he's got the crowd organically behind him. Now he's the Intercontinental Champion after a couple of great matches with, a few great matches, a great match series with Sami Zayn. They just had the best 2 out of 3 falls, most definitely, and it was a great one. I just think Braun Breaker is most definitely on a trajectory that is he's up there, man. He's up there. Like we're talking in maybe like 2 years, we're talking a world champion. So like most definitely, I just love everything Breaker is doing. Voice, who's somebody that's jumping off the screen to you, bro? Somebody that's just like you're paying attention to anything that they're doing.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the household knows I'm really big on Andrade, and I just really think that this is a guy that people really need to be paying attention to because you're going to see something so unique with this guy. Go back to his AEW run and Collision. It was set up for CM Punk, but Andrade, by the time he left, he was Collision. And I just really love, I mean, we talked about it at length yesterday, but that Mello match with him, I mean, it was incredible. And that's the level of matches I think you're going to start seeing with Andrade, because I'm almost 100% sure that Trips has seen what he has with Andrade through this Mello interaction that they've had, and it's going to go. It's going to be big and it's going to be huge. And I think that's my number one guy you should be watching if you're not.
Yeah, I mean, Andrade has been really great. Like he definitely gives me like how we talk about Naomi, right? Like Naomi just kind
Yes.
of picks up wins and then boom, she finds herself to be a contender. Why not a similar path with Andrade? And it makes sense why you think that he's great, because not only have you seen, once again, you were covering him every Saturday night when you were covering Collision and doing those watch alongs, and now you're covering him again, and it's great. My man OG Tony, what is up? Of course, my boy, I got to show love to Tyler Lydall. You already know the Original Sins, one of the best tag teams in the Midwest. So much love to you, bro. Uh, but yeah, Andrade, he's doing great things. He's having fantastic matches and a great match series right now with Carmelo Hayes, which is great for both of them. It's just great for both of them right now, and it's going to help both their trajectory moving forward. Once again, like I said on our Saturday night show, SmackDown is really developing into something great. Mr. Grun Meister, bro, who do you got? Who is on your list right now that you're like, I got to see what this person is doing?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of a dark horse here. Lexus King. Guys, Lexus King.
I like
Lexus
that.
King he hasn't accomplished a whole lot in his time in NXT, and yet he always finds a way to grab your attention, to make you pay attention to him. He always sticks his nose in other people's business. He's always trying to grab the spotlight. And even if you ask Booker T himself has said that he's someone to watch out for over the next year.
I like that. I most definitely like that. The Lou saying, I'm excited to see what they do with Bronson Reed now that it looks like he is in the picture with Seth and everyone is treating his splash like the Powerbomb Symphony one more time. I'm getting there. Most definitely. Trust me, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. I'm Lou. I'm right on pace with you, big dog. I'm right on pace with you. But I got to throw it to my man Hype, the producer of the show. Who do you got, bro?
Yo, so I love that Grunmeister like threw out their wild card, because that was kind of my plan as well. Because like although I have many other people that I'm watching right now, but I'm gonna throw it to Ethan Page and the work that he is doing in NXT and the very quick like evolution of, okay, I understand this. Like he understands what he's doing. He understands his role, and I think he's going to play that very well in the future in WWE. And he's going to be in some very pivotal stories. He may not be top guy all the time consistently, but maybe he is very top mid card heel for like Miz, like I don't know. Other names elude me at the moment. Sorry, I get high. But yeah, I think he's definitely one to watch as well.
I like that. I think that he is somebody that you can come in and he, once again, like you said, he can be anywhere on the card right now. Right now, he's representing as the NXT champion, but you can sprinkle him in anywhere and he's going to make it make sense because he gets it like that. Yeah, I agree, OG. I agree with you. Lexus King is becoming a great heel. He's going to be a great heel in the future as well. It's going to be we haven't even scratched the surface on that guy yet. We haven't even scratched the surface at all. So most definitely, that's somebody that's great on the list there. Whoa!
Oh, man,
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, Paul. I don't know. But thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
I know, but thanks for coming.
We got a regular fucking Steve Irwin in the chat. Just watch out for them stingrays. They'll get you.
Oh man, we're having a great time here. The chat is getting live and we love it, y'all. We love that the chat's getting. Keep coming, bring them on, bring everybody up in here. So most definitely. But
hey, and also remember, if you'd like to come on, if you have a question to throw at us, send us let us know. We'll send you an invite link
DM.
and you can come on. I don't want to send the invite link to everyone because man, we did that once and some man tried to show us his and that was not cool, bro. That was not a good time.
It was the thing. No, that was a whole situation. I was not happy with that. I wasn't pleased.
Yeah. That didn't work. So we have learned.
But yeah, we will DM you. All right, DM us, and we will DM you the link. You can come on, and you can give us who are you watching, who's somebody that you're watching that you're paying attention to, most definitely. And that brings it to me because somebody on my list we talked about her, but I want to talk about her again. Damn it, Lou.
Right.
Damn it, Lou.
We didn't win it. I should have got paid to see it. Like, it's one of those.
Yeah, like something. What's happening? Josh seems like the dude who sits in his car naked with him.
You know what's crazy? That's how I met him. That is how I met this dude. That is how I met him. It is like, and I mean,
what is happening in the chat?
I make bad choices. I make bad choices.
Bro, I have no clue.
Going on?
Paul Peters is just, I guess he's got a hard on for me. I mean,
hey, bro, I'm not king shaming. We ain't king shaming around here.
No,
hey,
I mean,
come
no,
on, bring it.
Hey, for
all right.
For a $5 subscription a month, man, maybe I'll send you the link to his OnlyFans. But you gotta subscribe to IYH, man.
You have to, you gotta be. Make sure you give us a 5 stars here. And somebody, but we got to get back on track here. Somebody who I think has been 5 stars, who I've been watching. It's me Chin. It's me Chin. All right.
Yeah.
Me Chin been in a different bag. I am thoroughly enjoying everything that she's doing. One thing that myself and my wife noticed, like, do her arms seem more jacked? Like, has she been hitting gym extra or something? Like, her arms seem really cut. Yeah. Like, and I think I do, y'all. I truly feel like, in all seriousness, I feel like we're coming up on a good Me Chin run. I'm not saying world champion right now, but I'm saying she's about to be this. So how did it start with LA Knight? He was just trying to find his way to being on the show weekly, right? And then finally he found his way to becoming a US champion. That's what we're going to see with Me Chin. She's finding her way on the card. She's about to catch fire. I truly think that.
I can definitely see that because if you guys remember, there is very serious talks of a main card, mid card title for the women. Yeah. So maybe Me Chin is frontlining in those odds or in those trenches for that. I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. That's my thoughts on it. What is Paul Peters doing, bro? What is happening? I don't know where they are, bro. Bring that comment up. Going.
Oh my god. Can you confirm this?
I would if they had it. I mean, do they have it, Paul? You seem like you know. So send me a fucking link, man. Just don't tease me. What is this? I want the main course. I don't want the appetizer. I'll put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Shamana, yum yum yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Well, dude, I just Missy Elliott.
I'm aware of the reference. Like I'm aware of the reference. It's just it was kind of scary.
I'm not. You know what?
Lou is loving it.
I welcome. Yeah, Lou is loving it. All right, boys. Who are you watching? Who's somebody that's jumping off the screen to you? Number 2.
And you said at the beginning of this that it can be any promotion, correct?
Anywhere. Yep. Just we're having
Tony
fun, bro.
Fucking Storm. I love her. I love what she's doing.
Okay.
She's what's keeping AEW alive for me. She's what I'm looking for. She's what I'm going for, because when she's on a mic, she's bringing fun. She's like, I don't want to compare her to The Rock on a mic, but she kind of has the ability to just run with it. Like I just seen her on the mic. I believe it was their Wednesday show. And she was going in. I sent it into the chat. Want you guys to check it out. Dude, she was having the crowd in the palm.
She was in a different
hand.
bag.
Yeah, exactly. And just the way she had her hair done up into like a heart up at the top, but then she was just being a complete heel. I fucking love it. I love her energy.
this tramp is still the champ.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just
love
those
it.
little slogans that you can slap on a shirt and make money with
Yep.
Toni Storm. I appreciate
Yep.
what she's doing out there. And like I said, you know, if we can go any promotion, she's definitely somebody who's keeping my eyes on AEW. So I think she would keep your eyes on there too.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I love what Toni Storm is doing. She's incredibly talented since she's really found herself and found this character that just works for her. I just want to see the best for her, because that's somebody who's like, she was like, let me try to find something different. Like, she was not afraid to pivot. And sometimes you have to do that. And there's a lot of people in the business who are afraid to try to recreate themselves because they think it's not going to hit or something. So like, when you're able to accept it and like, hey, this thing isn't working, let's try something else. And you're able to not only pivot, but then own that pivot. That's somebody that's special. And I just think Toni Storm is really a special talent. Seriously, I really do. Grun, what about you, man? Who's jumping off of your screen, bro?
Who's jumping off my screen? It's a really good question. You know what? I'm gonna say Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin as a tag team. They're really popping off good as a tag team. They're really meshing well. They feel like you can do something with them.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure if it was you or maybe it was Voice said they could be like today's version of like the APA, which would be sweet.
Yeah,
like,
that'd be cool.
It gives them something to do. It gives them a purpose. If they were just like the bounty hunters of the WWE, and why not? Like, just do that. That'd be sweet. I don't know. It'd be cool. It gives their tag team a purpose, and then boom, whenever they want to jump in that hot SmackDown tag team division, not only are they going to work great together because we've seen them working together and they work great together, they'll have a reason to be together and they'll have a reason to make people care. And that reason is, hey, these are the badass bounty hunters that'll, kick anybody's ass on the roster for pay or a title shot or whatever, and like even Nick Aldis can like utilize them to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, things are starting to jump off the rails. I kind of need you guys to kind of make sure that you guys are, are extra help, because you already know how WWE security is. They're going to get their ass beat, but
they're still sending Jamie Noble out there.
Right.
Yeah. Poor Jamie Noble. Leave this man alone. So yeah, I like that. I think that's a great pick. Hype, what about you, man?
Well, I was going to go with another off pick, but I will save that for right now. I'm going to piggyback off of Roger Pettit right here, and it's Jacob Fatu all day. Even beyond the bloodline things, he seems like one of those stars that is going to really be able to take up the mantle of that star. I think what's weird is he's going to be able to do it in a more unconventional way, maybe than other people have done it, and maybe his predecessors have. So shout out to Roger Pettit in the chat, but I'm going to piggyback off of him and throw up Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, why would nobody in this co-group not say Jacob Fatu? I mean, we saw him come back. And my God, Paul Peters is on your head, bro. He's on your head, bro.
But hey, you're giving us interaction. You're making the algorithms know that we got traction here. So we appreciate you, man. Keep going,
bring
Paul.
It on.
You haven't broke me yet, so keep trying.
But most definitely, Jacob Fatu. And we saw like he took it to Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? Like he full on took it to Roman Reigns. He already immediately feels like anytime he's there, he carries a sense of danger. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he can just snap and just destroy anybody at any given time and just go into that wild man strength. So that's a great pick.
It's like I said last night in the SmackDown discussion. I didn't know he had a boot until you said something. Like the way he came into that ring.
He still had the walking boot on.
Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know
Yeah.
because he did not act like it. Like someone needs to tell Jacob, hey, your foot's a little fucked up, bro. Like you might not want to lunge at Roman with all your might. But I mean, if he can do it, that was impressive. Yeah, I had no clue until Howse said something on Saturday show.
Yeah, he's a wild man, and everything that he's doing is just it's most definitely great, and you got to check it out. You just have to.
Can you see how like he pops out the page? Even so, I can see him in stories beyond Bloodline that will make sense, that will be riveting, that will probably like incorporate a level of violence that you kind of want to see on your TV screen, and that will compel you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I get you. I get you on
I
all
hear
of
you.
that.
Yeah,
I hear you. Most definitely. So we'll bring it back to me, and some of my ones seem obvious, but it doesn't matter because like sometimes obvious is exactly what works. And like right now, that's the pairing. That's the pairing with Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. I mean, everything they're doing is just you have to pay attention to what they're doing. Like they're getting the interactions from the live crowd and everything. Dom is still like, let's talk about it for a second. Dom was already heel with Rhea Ripley. When he turned on Rhea Ripley, he just went more heel. Like that was like he turned heel while being a heel. Like, how do you do that? You're already a heel and you turned even more heel. What you got, Ryan?
I got
Go ahead.
This is Goku finding his Super Saiyan 2, finding his ascended Saiyan 4.
Oh my god.
This is what
That's
this
good.
is what it is.
Run.
Okay.
You summed it up. You
That's good.
actually did.
Yeah, he really did.
I like that.
That's perfect, actually, because he went to heel level 2. That's exactly what he did. And like, look at this. This man, he's got tendies over, nuggies over, video games, and like I was even over there. I was over there with my wife. I was looking at her. I was like, yeah, I like tendies whenever I want. Yeah. You know what? I like to play video games whenever I want. And she was just like, oh my god.
He's making the man child a thing.
Hey, so
Yeah,
I
like,
don't know.
yes!
Wait. Are y'all saying that I was right about this whole thing and Rhea Ripley is a heel because I'm just saying because she kidnapped that man.
See,
she kidnapped that man, and then he saw the light.
That man chose to beat the piss out of his father. That man chose to kick Edge in the dick. That man chose to team with the Judgment Day.
Thank you.
He had.
That's
one person. That's one person.
Yeah,
one person.
One person out of the whole household. You found the one drunk girl at the party that'll talk to you. Congratulations.
Oh man,
She believes everything.
If the rest of y'all are sheep, just say that. If the rest of y'all are sheep, just say that. But
here we go.
But listen. I'm just saying this, like I don't know, man, because Liv Morgan, and this is something really that myself and Annie have been really following on the Raw deal. I still think there's a reality where Liv Morgan is still using Dominic Mysterio. I think there's still going to come a point where she's going to chew him up, spit him out, and Dominic Mysterio. His big problem, and there's hype might be right about some things, but what also is right is the fact that this man, Dominic Mysterio, he's got trauma with toxic women that keeps bringing him to them. He's going to jump from toxic woman to toxic woman, and he's going to get screwed over every time.
Yeah, it's because
on commentary.
Because he has an absent father, man, and he never developed an actual relationship with like how to have two parents and things like that. I don't know about y'all, but I relate to this shit. So like whether you kicked your dad in the dick or some shit, or your dad's drunk friend from Canada, like it doesn't matter. I'm just saying this man is learning. He's learning, and as a man who has learned in life, Liv is toxic.
Liv is not toxic.
Yeah. And Liv is a little
I
toxic.
think she might be kind of toxic.
Roger, this is the problem when
I'm
you
not gonna lie
join
to
up
you.
with Jones.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Yo, here's the thing. Liv is a little toxic, but that could be okay because she has a mission. Like, and if your toxicity is like completing a mission, I understand that, man. She has a mission. She's taken everything. The revenge tour has not stopped because she was hurt by none other than Rhea Ripley, her former fucking tag team partner, who she betrayed. Yeah, I'm just saying, 2 absent fathers, one of them passed too early. Like,
Yeah.
bro has been through some shit. Y'all
That's
need
Dominic
to
Guerrero,
back up,
bro.
y'all need to back up off of him, man. Like, everybody be booing him. I just want to hear what he got to say. He's right.
I want to hear what he has to say too, but he's still an asshole.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about
He's not wrong.
Dominic Mysterio that makes him so good. It's like the thing about Dominic that makes him so good is that, like, he will get his comeuppance. Like, he will get the shit kicked out of him at some point, and like people still boo him and still want to see him get shit kicked. Like, he's such a heel right now. It's just crazy because, like, usually when you see a heel get their comeuppance, you're like, hey, this is this right here, I'm done with him now. I seen him get his comeuppance. But then Dominic comes strolling again with a whole different purpose. He's screwing people over again. And Dominic Mysterio, he's special. I really think you got something that is special with him. And man, I was gonna throw it to Voice over here, but Paul Peters, my God. Jesus
My blood
Christ.
pressure is
Why?
perfectly fine, Paul. Yeah.
Why?
I like it
Damn.
though. I like being the subject of Paul's world. I mean, this is great.
Who is
Normally
this
I
guy?
get ignored. I don't know. I tried to find him, but his name's
Hey,
not
you got a
popping
fan,
up.
bro.
Can we
do.
form a tag
You
team? You
got
can
a fan.
be high blood pressure, and I'll be type 2.
I like it, dude. We can run. Oh, this would be great. Paul does need a hug. You know what, Roger? I'm liking you even more. Roger, you're joining up with me. Yeah, Paul, hug him. If you're out there and you know
Are you
Paul,
talking about
give him a
Paul?
hug. Yeah.
I don't know if he's talking about Dom or he's talking about Paul. Oh, this chat.
Dom
Dom
is not a heel. I'm just saying, Dom has just been through some shit.
Jesus. All right. Anyway, Voice, who do you got, man? Who's next on your list?
All right. So when I thought about this list, I'm thinking about guys who and women who get me wanting to watch wrestling as the fan. And
Sure.
I've liked this guy for a while. Now, when I first seen him, I was like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. But now I've come around, and he is the second factor that keeps me still in AEW today. And it is Rock Hard Juice Robinson out of the Bang Bang Gang. He's just out there having fun. And every time he's in the ring, even if it's not a match, the dude's having fun. He's doing his thing, and he's consistent. He's always there. He's always a part of the Bang Bang Gang, and he's out there having fun. So guys like that keep me interested in wrestling because I want to see the evolution, because there's going to come a point where the silliness has to stop, and getting your ass in the ring and proving a point and making it known that you are a professional wrestler. That day's going to come. And I think Juice has proven it in a couple of his matches already, but I think the sky's the limit for this kid. And I really can't wait to see what the next 5 years holds for Juice.
Hey, I don't know if you remember him when he was in NXT. I think he played like a hippie gimmick. I can't remember what he was called then. I wish I could, but like, I did not think when I was watching him on NXT back then that he could become what he's become now. And he's just really grown into such a great talent. So like, from watching him back then to seeing what he does now, it's just like a whole different level of evolution. And it's just cool to see to me. Run, who do you got, man?
Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna dip into the AEW pool real quick.
Okay.
And
Come on in.
someone that we need to look out for. This man has taken people in because they've lost their fathers, whether they be deadbeats, dead,
Oh no.
or or he killed them himself. Christian
Oh.
Cage.
Ooh, man, yeah, hearing good things about the young up and comer.
Young up and coming.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man, he's new to the
hear that
market.
No, I hear that kid got spunked.
He could be a world champion in the next 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man.
No, Christian Cage, man. I in all seriousness though, seeing the way this guy knows how to recreate himself and
Yes.
especially at this
Yeah.
age of his career, it's damned impressive. It just really is. Like, he's somebody who understands the business, who not only has had great success in the WWE, but had great success during his runs in TNA. He's not somebody who's just like, I know when I first saw him, it was because of watching him in the WWE. So I didn't really know much about if he was wrestling before that, because like I didn't know much about the indies around that time. But like to see him come in and then take one of those guys that can take getting released at early on, you know, and be able to pivot and do something else and still do something great in the business. When Christian Cage started doing this thing in TNA, he was the top guy, you know. So he's used to being pretty much everywhere on the card. He's been a top, he's been a world champion in WWE, world heavyweight champion, and he's been somebody who's had to hold up an entire company on his back during times that he's asked to do that. Now, right now, we're not asking him to do that, but what we are getting is somebody who's solid, who's going to make you listen to him, who's entertaining, who people talk about on the internet because of his crazy gimmick that he does right now. This is somebody who just knows how to keep it going and keep himself relevant and keep himself in the conversation. So, like, most definitely, I think that's a great pick for sure. Hype, what about you, man? Who's somebody that you feel like is just jumping off the screen, who you're paying attention to when they're talking or wrestling?
Since we're on an AEW train, I think one dude that really pops off to me and has been, but just recently has been a lot more with different things. Who is controversial in his own right, through various reasons, but like has talent for days is a Max Caster.
Oh.
Okay.
Just watching that main event from Dynamite this past week, watch him with the Young Bucks, hearing him again, and like, there's never not a time I'm not interested in what Max Caster is saying, doing, or otherwise, and I think that's a good thing, bro. Like I want to see more of him, and I know like people think that like we dog on like AEW. Like, but that's not what we mean to do. Like, I just wish I wish he could be utilized more. He's obviously so hot. So, and he and the Acclaimed and everything that they have done, it gets over constantly without question. Like, it does exactly what they're supposed to do. I want to see them spotlighted more, and I think they could in other ways, but especially for Max Caster. No offense to Bowens or anything like that, but Max Caster, if we're talking like who's really really grabs you, like it's Max, bro. Like he
okay.
I agree with you 100% on that one.
Yeah, I mean, if I could, Anthony Bowens he's solid in ring. He's got good promos, but Max is the one that got the attention of the audience. Max is the one that is the bigger star out of the two. And just from what I remember, like thinking, I know that they're still doing the pure Acclaim thing that they've been doing since they debuted, and the only thing I would say is I think they need to change it up. I think their shtick has gotten old. I think they need a change.
Well, I think
Oh,
it
okay.
gets over too much. Like it's one of those gimmicks that like it kind of hinders the creative process of it,
Right.
because you're focused on the acclaimed. You're focused on making sure the acclaim is shown. And I don't think with this team you have to do
Also,
that though.
Also, I think like, so to add on to that, and I don't know if this will make sense to y'all, but like you talk about like it hinders the creative process, but also like when people are so used to you being that character, like when you try to do something different and try to mix things up, they're like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know
Right.
if you remember when R-Truth tried to like introduce like a new theme song or whatever, that wasn't people over there, what's up? And then he tried to do a different theme song for like a few weeks, and they was like, this isn't what's up. Like, this isn't what so then he ended up going back to what's up. He ended up going back to what's up because that's what the crowd was getting behind. And it was like
he had to change the
like,
lyrics
I
to
kind of wanted
what's
to do
up.
something different.
Yeah.
He had to change the lyrics to what's up because he had a line in there that was shucking and jiving, and like
I remember that. Yeah.
and like that hits people a weird way, and like so he changed it. He tried to be like, oh well, I could just do something else, which because R-Truth raps obviously, but like and has other music, but people, like you said, people were so used to the what's up, he eventually just changed the lyrics to what's up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like
so that's a thing for sure. So all right, we'll do one more last one, and then we're gonna take it to break. Then we're gonna talk just all things wrestling, a little AEW. They got All In coming up, and then of course Bash in Berlin is coming up. So we're gonna break that down and kind of talk about that, and of course start bringing people into the chats when they are ready to come in and give a thought and talk about it. So that'll be on our second half of the episode. So just because I'll stay with the trend here, I don't watch a whole lot of AEW just because I haven't been compelled to. So this last pick is going to be just purely based off who I see in headlines a lot in AEW. And I'm like, okay, so like maybe there's something there. I'll ask the fellas and see if I'm in the right direction moving with this one. And you guys tell me. So I see when I'm scrolling through the stuff to find things to talk about for the show, somebody whose name I've seen a lot come up recently is Jack Perry.
Well, you see, that's my sentiment. What you just heard is my sentiment, but you are correct. He is making a name for himself there. And
so why is he in the headlines? I saw him just blast Darby Allin in the face with a knee during his entrance. That was crazy. And then I think he put some enhancement talent, some ham and egg in a body bag that introduced like a new TNT title. What's going on? This is what I'm seeing hard pass on Perry. I got Tony saying no. But this, okay, why? No. Somebody tell me. Voice hype. Somebody talk to me about this.
Well, honestly, I mean, I think it's just him as a person. Like, he doesn't know how to separate himself from the character, so he doesn't get over. Like, first off, your dad is a 90210 guy, so like you really like you don't have this hard edge to you. Your life wasn't hard. I understand some guys can get away with that gimmick and it can get over, but they have something when they do that gimmick. He doesn't have it. Whatever it is that makes that possible and believable, Jack doesn't have it. I mean, to me, it doesn't seem like he's creative in his characters. We go from Jungle Boy, a guy that was a dinosaur man plucked from the jungles, and like, wait, okay, great. That's a little gimmick, but
and they actually made it work for a little bit too.
They did, but for some reason, this harder Jack Perry that we get, the idea of him being street tough or him doing these things, I mean, like, I don't know. It kind of almost makes me feel the CM Punk angle was a way to try to get Jack Perry over.
As a tough guy?
Yeah, as a tough guy.
I mean, that's what they're trying to make it, but
It's
it's
not
not
gonna
necessarily it's not really working because the other guy went to another company, has also had good relations, no problems, no rifts. I mean, maybe it was the other guy like trying to teach too much, but like the other guy's looking kind of like, hey bro, I was right.
Well, he's having the other guy who you're talking about is having one of the best feuds on Monday Night Raw, where it sounds like this guy right here, Jack Perry, is still struggling to find himself. And I wanted to bring him up because I've seen the headlines and whatnot. And I organically wanted to get with y'all because you guys started throwing out AEW names. I'm not a hard AEW watcher. So I'm like, all right, I'm seeing this guy in the headlines. Why? And you guys told me exactly why. So that's who I got. Voice, who's your last pick, man?
Well, for my last pick, I gotta save the best for last. I gotta say, because this man, we interviewed him. He's just been in Europe. He's out there doing it. The guy he went to Europe with got injured, and he didn't give up. He kept going. Eric Dillinger needs to be on your radar. Public Enemy #1 is just. I think he just wrapped up his overseas tour. Or he's in the process of wrapping it up. But this dude,
he should be back soon.
He is hitting on all levels. Like I said, there was an incident with the guy he went over there to do some shows with.
Josh Crane.
He got injured.
Yeah, Josh Crane.
Yes.
Yeah.
And had to come back. And Eric, he put out a post about it. He's like, this is a time where you can make a decision. You can give up or you can keep going. And he's going because he's over there. He wants to be over there. He wants to give all those guys over in England that bit of Eric Dillinger, Public Enemy #1. And I really hope great things for Eric in the future. I know he's already had a great story so far, but I want to see him somewhere. I would love to be watching TNA one day and just hear him come out.
Yeah,
I would lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind.
Yeah, that's a great pick. I'm always happy to hear Eric Dillinger's name on this show, so I'm never going to dispute that. Most definitely, super talented. Definitely want to see him somewhere on my TV. TNA would be a great fit, most definitely, and I most definitely like it. Grun, who is your last one, bro?
All right. I'm gonna be more serious with this one.
Okay.
All right. Someone that I think we all need to keep an eye out for. I think it's gonna be Ludwig Kaiser. We haven't mentioned his name. We've always liked him as part of Imperium. We've liked him as Gunter's right hand man. But I think in the next year or so, or even sooner, we're going to see a lot more of Ludwig Kaiser on his own, and we're going to see that Ludwig Kaiser, he could be a main eventer, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ludwig
Kaiser, he's somebody who has been kind of... Yeah, I think Ludwig Kaiser is somebody who has been standing really good on his own. I think yesterday we were talking about how... We were talking about Legado del Fantasma, and how it's Santos and two guys, and like we were talking a little bit about Imperium, and how for a while there it felt like it was Gunther and two guys. Now we're starting to see Ludwig Kaiser not just be a guy. He's starting to come into his own, and he's having matches on his own and winning matches against guys like with the caliber of Sheamus, and it's a great evolution for him, and I most definitely dig it. But Hype, who do you got, man? Last one, and then we're gonna take a little break.
My last is probably gonna be Carmelo or Carmelo Hayes. I don't know why I about said Carmelo Anthony, but
you know why? That's the best Carmelo out there.
Yeah, no,
great Carmelo.
Yeah, absolutely great Carmelo. But I'm gonna go with Melo. And I think we all just expect great things out of him, and also Trick. I think it's kind of a package deal. But and but yeah, I think he's my guy right now. He's still the guy to watch. He's still the guy that is growing, getting better. As Voice highlighted earlier when his pick was Andrade. The things that they're doing right now, I am invested. I see them. I see what they're trying to do. They're slow rolling him, but they're giving him opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So,
Well, can I ask a quick question then, Jones? With this being your guy to watch, Mello, how do you see this feud ending? Because Grun pointed out it started with a ladder match. It needs to end with a ladder match.
Yeah, no, I think
we had a big discussion about it yesterday.
It was a good discussion.
Yeah, I think ending with a ladder match between these two would absolutely highlight them on another level and help push them organically into, hey, let's see them with X, Y, and Z top star, maybe not even world champion, but let's see them against Damian Priest right now. Let's see them against Finn Balor, or let's see them against Kevin Owens on the SmackDown side. You know what I mean? So I think that I definitely hope that ends in something like that and not lame duck finish. Honestly, like I feel like they're building up to a bigger thing, even if ladder match would make this mage.
But what about a reverse ladder match?
What is a reverse ladder match?
Maybe you're up on a scaffold and you have to come down.
Maybe you have to climb the ladder and go up the ladder and go down the ladder to the outside of the ring. Like
I think this was a rib. I think we just got ribbed, guys.
Yeah. Let's not do the TNA reverse battle royale bullshit, please.
Yeah, trying to fight to get in the ring. Right. First in the ring wins.
Let's not do that.
Oh god.
All right. Okay, so I like that. Of course, we could have said names like obviously Bronson Reed, somebody who came up in the chat. That's of course with his Tsunami Symphony. It's been great. It's been must-see TV, most definitely. I saw OG said Javon Evans in the chat. That's also a great pick. That cat is bouncy as hell. Anytime he's doing something in the ring, it's fantastic. So that's a great pick. Obviously, an obvious pick would, of course, be Roman Reigns, who, of course, exactly. But, of course, Roman Reigns, just because, Roman Reigns, this dude has been jumping off the screen and he has not said a word in weeks. So, like, nothing, zero, zilch, nada. It's been great. So, like, of course, those guys for sure. But we most definitely wanted to highlight some other people that we think is putting in good work and really making themselves noticeable. And don't worry, guys, this isn't it. This is not it here. We are about to really get real immersive here on the other side of this break. If you guys have some thoughts, just go ahead and DM us. Any kind of way that you can. We'll bring you in. We'll send you a link as long as we don't get the Sting versus Abyss Candelabra match. Is it Brucey? Who is this? Like, I don't know, but you're bringing good energy. Keep it. Stay. Please stay. Please stay.
Yeah.
But stick around because we got to take a break. On the other side of the break, we're going to talk some Bash. We got to talk about some Bash in Berlin. We're going to talk a little bit All In. All In's coming up. And we're going to start bringing in some guests here to talk and chat with us. But before we do that, we're going to take a break, pay some bills, and when we come back, that conversation will continue. So join us here at In Your House.
ANIS. Anus. Bam. 800 points. That's game.
It's not how you spell anus.
I went to Ivy Tech for 2.5 years, bro. I can spell anus.
You know what? I know an expert in this field.
I think I know who you're talking about.
What are you guys doing? We gotta go play Harvest Fest. I'm in here getting all of our gear, and you guys are here playing Scrabble? Again?
You know what, Maddie? You can settle this for us.
Yeah. How do you spell anus?
I'm not gonna settle another Scrabble discrepancy for you guys. That's the third time this week.
Calm down, Maddie. Harvest Fest isn't until September 14th. Gates open at 4 p.m.
Yeah, at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Are you telling me that Harvest Fest X is not until September 14th? Featuring bands such as Dwarf Among Midgets, Forgotten Ashes, Tight Like a Tiger, GPD, Resonate, and Patron? September 14th?
I'm hungry.
Shut up! There's gonna be food at Harvest Fest. The lunch break's coming down, and they're gonna make delicious burgers!
I'm not having fun anymore.
Fun? You wanna have fun? Well, I got a doozy for you, because the Kokomo Press is coming out, and they're gonna have stand-up comedians. We're talking Sean D., Pierce Clott, Michael Howard, Greg Lindberg, Alexa Eden, Davey Moomaw, Jordan Granger, Jacob Harder, Brian Allen West, and Dan Alton.
Say it, don't spray it.
Maddie! Bro.
Since you put it that way, bro. You know, you're right. You guys... I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't have blown off the handle like that. Here's how you spell anus. A-N-U-S. Just think about it like I do. The way I remember it, it's an United States, right? So, anyways, I'll see you guys September 14th at Harvest Fest X at the Miami Open Air Auditorium. Google for directions.
Bring a tent.
I don't get it. In United States.
Welcome back to In Your House. Guys, check out what they're doing there. Harvest Fest X. That's one of the most ridiculous things we've ever played on this entire.
That is the greatest thing ever, bro. If you don't know about my homies at Outhouse and Outhouse Records, bro, and follow us at the Kokomo Press and shit like that, bro, you are missing out. We have a great time, and we are for everyone, bro.
They just opened up a record store, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They opened up a record store called Outhouse Records. They've never we haven't had a show called Anus Fest yet, but the guys featured in that commercial are from the band called Dwarf Among Midgets, and they once won Battle of the Bands at Skankfest. So if you know anything about Skankfest or any of that, they are amazing and like good shit, bro. Good shit.
You know, Skankfest is where we need to be, Jones. Yeah, those are our people.
Yeah, no, I love it. They have stories for days from meeting different comedians and all sorts of shit, bro. So
that'd be sweet. It'd be sweet. What if it'd be sweet to do like a live podcast in a record store. That'd be kind of dope.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing, and I'll throw this out here. One thing I've been thinking is we have a watch along in the record store. I think that might be possible for a pay-per-view at some point. Maybe we can link with these guys and see if we can pull this off, because I think we'd have a good time. The amount of people that I think that would come to watch along with us.
I think people would come out.
Yeah.
I think we can get people to. I think we need the curator to return and curate some things. Kind of make that happen. Maybe we could bring Team In Your House to Kokomo and do something really cool there. So
yeah.
We can start.
It's definitely possible.
Stuff like that. I think we could do something like that for sure. Maybe Bad Blood, maybe Survivor Series. We'll figure it out, hammer it out.
Well, I was thinking maybe for a big one. Maybe we do a big 4 one. So maybe Survivor Series coming up would be a great one. If we're not at the Royal Rumble in some capacity, maybe we do that.
I'll be at the Royal
Legend
Rumble,
of
bro.
Skanks, bro. Yeah.
I'm sorry. There's literally nothing
absolutely,
that's going to
absolutely.
stop me from being at the Royal Rumble. I'll be there, bro. But
Yeah.
most definitely, I like the idea of doing Survivor Series. That'd be sweet. Plus, I think it's in Vancouver, so I think it might be possibly a little bit earlier in the day, maybe midday or something like that, which would be perfect to get people to come out. So yeah, we'll figure some out for sure.
Mhm.
But we got a lot of things to talk about because not only do we have a Survivor Series and Bad Blood coming up here pretty soon, we have the Bash in Berlin, and that's shaping up to be a pretty great show. Of course, that's rounded out by Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the Universal Championship, and then of course we will also have Gunther defending up against Randy Orton. That's going to be great right there. I think also set is going to be the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, and they'll be going up against Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. And I think that might be all we have set there, possibly. But this show is really turning out to be a good one there in Berlin. It's another one of their overseas show, and they've been doing really well with these. Voice, what are you thinking about this show? What's your thoughts? Is there anything big that you're looking forward to from this show, or just a match that you're really looking forward to seeing?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm a fan of wrestling, so I'm looking forward to seeing this Rhea and Damian linking up and going against Dom and Liv. That would be fun. But honestly, Randy Orton and Gunther, that's what I'm looking forward to, because I want to see what Gunther does with this title run. But I also know that we have the newest contract signed by Randy Orton for a 5-year extension. That means we have 5 more years of Randy Orton. In what capacity do we have him? So I have taken like we've talked about with the Bloodline story, with the Wyatt story, with all of these stories that are being told and how great they're being told. I want to sit back and enjoy every match I can with Randy Orton. So that is why for this specific PLE, I'm fully invested in the Randy Orton story. I want to know, does he get that next title? I mean, I'm sitting here thinking he's not taking it off Gunther. It just makes no sense for him to do that right now. But I want to know the story. I want to see what Gunther does with his run. I want to see if he can hold the attention of a crowd without the chase, without the with now just being the one being targeted as opposed to the one targeting. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I expect it to be a great one. The crowds overseas have been phenomenal. So this should be nothing short of phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good show. I think that we have these matches here that's already set. I'm looking it up here, and yeah, right now, currently, it's just the 3 matches that are set. And there's going to be a lot here. I mean, we're going to see it's going to be a pretty story-driven show, and my thoughts are like it's interesting with the Gunther and Randy Orton thing, because when I'm looking at the match here, and I'm seeing a specific stipulation here, and it says if Orton wins the championship, he will be transferred to Raw, and Gunther will be transferred to SmackDown, as the championship is Raw exclusive. So I don't know if it's something that they brought up on the show, because I didn't catch that. I'm just going off what I'm seeing here on the Wikipedia under the Bash in Berlin show, so that's what I'm referencing. So I mean, I don't see that happening either, but like that's an interesting wrinkle to bring into it. What are you thinking, Grun, about the match? This stipulation, is this a thing? I don't know, but like, and also, what are you just looking forward from this show altogether?
So this is definitely makes things interesting, because this could be how you separate Gunther from Ludwig Kaiser, giving Ludwig Kaiser the opportunity to really spread his wings and show that he can hold himself on his own. Because you might still have fans who think, well, Gunther's still on Raw, so it's like he always has Gunther to fall back on. It's like, well, what if Gunther isn't there anymore?
That's
Or
interesting.
and
Yeah.
on the flip side, that now puts Gunter at the bottom of the list of challengers for Cody Rhodes. Or even if that moves him to the top Gunter challenges, I don't think he's going to be Cody. So he loses. He goes to all this like, I demand another rematch. I demand a rematch against Cody Rhodes. Also, why? You lost. You lost to Randy. You lost to Cody. Why should I give you another shot? Another shot. Roman is right there. Roman hasn't received his title match, and I'm sorry, people are clamoring for him versus Cody, so I'm not going to turn that down any longer.
Yeah. Hey, it's a good thought. I mean, there's a lot of things moving right now. With the way WWE is cooking right now, there is a lot of things moving. And I think that even if this show here, Bash in Berlin, isn't going to be like a crazy, like off the top show, I think it could be one of those shows similar to SummerSlam that just kind of like SummerSlam was really the shift in a lot of stories and stuff like that. I guess I would see it more as like a King of the Ring, because the King of the Ring, while it started some stories, it also shifted some stories there, because I believe that's where Liv Morgan became the women's world champion. And I think Bash in Berlin could be one of those things where we pivot and maybe take another turn and a slight chapter in some of these stories. Hype, where are you at with this show, and what's your thoughts on it, bro?
Yo, I'm pretty high on this show. I think there's some good things going on. I know a match that I'm looking forward to right now is because I maybe I like toxicity, or maybe I'm a fan of it, but is this tag team match with the man who's right and Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan, who is on a revenge tour for all the right reasons, versus the dastardly Tower Twins, or whatever you want to call them. I just think they're terrorists, and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. So
that's where you're going with this one.
Yeah, they're terrorists. They're two twin towers, if you will. Too soon.
No, it wasn't too soon.
Right. It's been like 23 years, bro.
I think we're good on the joke. It's a good one.
I'm sorry I'm like this. But yeah, like I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to how we extend this story, because I don't think this will be the end for anyone. Obviously, it's a tag team match, and I'm excited to see what happens from here. So I think with the matches that you guys have already highlighted, plus this one, man, it's already a solid card, solid and stacked.
Yeah, most definitely. And I mean, there's not a whole lot to really break down, just because, like, if you guys have listened to the last episodes, we have to stay like episodic with the podcast as well. We really have broken this last week down from SmackDown, really broke it down yesterday. Then myself and Annie O'Neill broke down Raw. So like, we don't want to keep giving you guys just the same content over and over again. And we want you guys to come and talk to us and have something new to talk to us about as we're talking about it. So like Bash in Berlin, 3 matches set. Looks like there could be some more matches coming up. Maybe we could see something with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre again. I could definitely see that. Just based on who's on the poster, I feel like that the people on the poster are going to be doing something. So like, I'll just leave it at this. And then we'll kind of pivot a little bit, and we'll jump into a little AEW, as their show is coming up next week, and their show is more rounded out, so there's more to kind of talk about there. But All In London, August 25th, and that's going to be at Wembley Stadium. It seems like that there is a curse going around these London shows, with some sort of drama that is going into it. And looking at this card here, this is a great card. I mean, most definitely breaking it down. You have matches like Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson, title versus career. Like, that's going to be big.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's nuts. Women's World Championship, Toni Storm and Mariah May. The AEW American Championship, MJF versus Will Ospreay. They're going to go at it again. We already know what they're capable of when they get in the ring together. AEW TBS Championship match, Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker. Is that happening? Like, I know last I heard she was suspended. I guess this match is still happening. So, okay. All right. Jack Perry.
I think her suspension was lifted, and she came out of the crowd the other night at on Dynamite.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, right on. So then we have the a TNT Championship coffin match with Jack Perry and Darby Allin, the Trios Championship, the Patriarchy, the Bang Bang Gang, or House of Black. So is this something set in stone? Somebody break this down for me. What's going on?
I believe there's a tag team match to determine who. I could be wrong on that one. Yeah. I could be wrong on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm out of the loop on that one.
So then we have a FTW Championship match where Chris Jericho is going up against Hook. If Hook loses, he can't challenge Jericho for the FTW Championship again. And then we have a Casino Gauntlet match. So there's a lot of things. Like I said, this card is more rounded and more set as far as what's going on. I also want to talk a little bit about the fact that All In is going to be moving to Texas next year, and it's going to be happening in July next year. So I wanted to highlight that as well. Why do you guys think that is? Do you think they're done with London for a little bit? Do you guys, because they really, one thing that I've noticed from their London show is that they have London at late August, and then boom, they're going right into All Out in early September. And this is the second year in a row that they've done this. I don't know if maybe they realize it's not sustainable or what. Voice, what are you thinking, man, about this show, about the pivot, the move as far as that goes? There's a couple things I want to break down as far as this, because there's a lot of good and a lot of bad that I see. But, like, what are you thinking, man, about the show as a whole?
Yeah, as a whole, I mean, you're going to get some great matches out of this.
For sure.
I mean, that Swerve and Danielson going against each other, that, and then throw that stipulation in there, that's epic. That's something to actually watch. I'm gonna say this because I truly treasure this title because it was so monumental for me as a young fan, and it's the FTW title.
Yeah.
That title, the longer it goes, the less it means, because that, if you do not have the people like Sabu and Taz and their feud to lift that title to another realm, because let's get this straight, everybody. That title was a mock title. It was a troll title. It was a way for Taz to piss off Sabu. That's all it was. And Sabu's character and his actual mental brain went, I want that title. Even though it's not an actual title, I want it because he has it. Because at that moment, Taz was the up-and-comer who deserved the world title. The fans wanted him to have ECW's world title, and he wasn't getting it. So he made his own title. He made his own world inside ECW. If you're not doing that with that title, what are you doing with that title? Chris Jericho and Hook for that title, and then you throw in, well, if he loses, he could never challenge for it again. Drop the title. Get it off your air. Don't have it on anymore, because it is just losing all of its greatness the longer it goes.
Hey, that, I don't know. Like I said, it's a thing where I'm like, I'm trying to get caught back up here. I'm trying to see what's going on here. As we see here, All In, it's going down in Texas on July 12th. I honestly think this is a smart move for them. I mean, just because it gives All In a fresh look. They've done it in London. I believe, once again, this is going to be the second year that they've done it. And I just don't like that turnover between coming from London in late August to having to get ready for a big show in Chicago on in early September. it's just a weird vibe, and I just think this is better for them in the long run. But we're going to continue this conversation. We have our first stream coming in, so we're going to bring in our guest here to come in, give us a thought, and we'll expand on it and talk about it. That is, I believe it is Bruzy coming on to end Your House. How is it going?
Yo, what's up? I'm good. Hope y'all are.
What's up, y'all?
Right on, man. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, I randomly found you on YouTube, and then I saw there was a Twitch link, and I was like, well, I like Twitch better, so that's where I went. And yeah, hope you like the background I got here.
I see the skate fest. I see it.
Great stuff. Yeah. All right, man. So you're here on the show now. What thought did you have that you wanted to express that we can go ahead and break it down and talk about it?
What are y'all thoughts on Joe Hendry?
Oh, if you say his name, he appears.
He has to.
Yes. I myself, we'll break this down and we'll make this a whole panel. We'll also give you a chance to give your thoughts as well. Joe Hendry is a special talent. He just really is. It's a unique thing where you could bring somebody in, and I've been kind of digging in that Joe Hendry a rabbit hole and going down and seeing some of the stuff that he's done on the indies. And this guy is just crazy talented. I mean, when you see some of the stuff that he's done on the indies, it's really giving like the Weird Al of professional wrestling, because he's like doing all these really great like different types of songs and stuff, and just giving his version of them, and it's really great. And now we've seen him evolve into this character, you have to believe. If you believe in me, then I'll appear. And I have this huge wave of positivity. And I also know how to roast my opponents while playing guitar. And like, I think that the big thing with Joe Hendry, and this is no disrespect to Elias at all, because I thought Elias was incredibly talented, but I think Joe Hendry is what WWE wanted Elias to be, and Joe Hendry's incredibly talented. I love what he does, and I think that I think we're going to see him come over to NXT full time, and eventually we'll see Joe Hendry on Raw and SmackDown a lot sooner than a lot of these other talents. It's not anything that these other talents aren't great, but it has more to do with the fact that his trajectory is on such a level, and he knows how to command attention to himself. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Voice, what's your thoughts on Joe Hendry, bro?
I absolutely love that you brought this subject to the table, because
yeah,
this is the subject I can actually say I'm going to eat my words today, because when Joe Hendry was first introduced to us as a whole in the household, you guys brought him to my attention. I looked at it. Jones is sending me videos of him and all this stuff, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? I'm like, this isn't wrestling. And today, he is wrestling. He is what wrestling is about, because he does have that talent, and it shines through with everything that he does in front of a camera. I mean, the kid is just amazing. He really does bring the fun that has been missing from wrestling since the late 90s. Since those times you've seen Kurt Angle wearing a tiny little hat. From the times you see Austin getting pissed at it. Austin dressing up like a doctor and beating the shit out of Vince McMahon with a bedpan.
Good stuff.
Tell me that wasn't great. Sacco coming up out of there talking to Vince and Vince getting pissed. Those were amazing moments. And I think Joe Hendry is definitely going to be amazing. And I like what OG Tony's saying here, because
my boy
when
OG.
we go, I cannot wait. I want to go to this. There's talks in my family. We are going to the Rumble. And if Joe Hendry does show up at the Rumble, I'm going to pop so hard. And
I'm going to go nuts.
Pause.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Thank you, James. Sometimes my whiteness shines through, and I don't know what I'm saying. But anyway,
sorry, that's what I'm here for.
It just really brings validation to sometimes I'm wrong about things, and I love when wrestlers and performers prove me wrong, because I love to see them flourish. So thank you for bringing this subject to the table.
Yeah, great subject, most definitely. Grun, what's your thoughts on Joe Hendry, bro?
He is He's not an overnight sensation. That because he's been busting his butt to make it for 10 years.
Yeah.
He's just an example of just keep working at it and you'll figure out something that works. He figured out how to get the music, the pro wrestling, and all of that intertwined into a character that is Joe Hendry. This guy, he is a modern day pioneer in this industry. He has found a way to make something work and has found a new way to incorporate music and wrestling together.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a guy to watch out for 100%. He has got a rocket strapped to himself and he is not stopping.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're gonna see. I don't even think we've seen the best of Joe Hendry. Honestly, I think that he's an incredible talent. It's only gonna get better. Jones, any thoughts on that you want to add as far as Joe Hendry, bro?
Well, I mean, say his name and he appears, bro, and like he is the absolute best. I love everything Joe Hendry is doing. I just saw this morning him on somewhere on the independent circuits wrestling Scotty Too Hottie, and he came out and the song was basically about how Scotty can only do one worm and it's the move, and it's just an uncreative. He somehow he called it like an uncreative people's elbow, but like it was amazing. I loved it. I fucking loved it, bro. Like I say his name and he appears. I love just some Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I do too, man. Most definitely. Bruzy, we appreciate you bringing the subject up. What you wanted to bring him up. What's your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Joe Hendry? Why are you so hung up on this guy? I want to know.
Well, I'm always on like the subreddits and whatnot for wrestling, and I'd seen stuff for years. I don't know how long it's been now, but I've seen his name pop up, but I never saw him until he showed up on NXT, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And then it just became like, this song is catchy, this dude has got it, and then you talk about the dude, he's been working at it for years. You get to a certain point, and he gives me LA Knight vibes. I mean, LA Knight's been doing it for so long, and it's like he finally got his shit together. Well, not that he didn't already, but he got the spot he deserved or needed to be elevated. Yeah,
I think you're right. He got in the right position because he's been doing the right things for a long time, and I think that's what we see out of Joe Hendry as well as you highlighted, LA Knight, and I think that's a really good thought and a really good parallel actually too.
It's like Scott Hall says. I think he said in his Hall of Fame speech, "Hard times don't last, but hard work does," or something like that. It's like hard work will get you somewhere. Most of the time, it doesn't work for everybody, but it's a good percentage of.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Trust me, I'm happy that you found us. And we have a saying here in your house because it's HOWSE because the W stands for work, and we're all about the hard work, bro, and putting in that hard work and putting in an effort and things like that. This has been at least over 5 year grind for a lot of us, and like we've been able to do things in wrestling, outside of wrestling, and things like that. I've been able to chart on podcast charts with ranking with the likes of like Jim Cornette's and other notable podcast people. But like it's that work, bro. It's that work. Yeah, it's that work.
It is.
Yeah, love it.
Give us a follow on the podcast, man. If you get a chance to, Apple Podcast, Spotify, follow us, the In Your Howse Wrestling Podcast on Facebook. And we're gonna be bringing in a couple of other people here that's gonna be asking questions. So we'll conclude this one. But most definitely, if there's ever a time you want to come back on, bro, we will most definitely have you on, and we'll talk some more wrestling.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't be a stranger. We do this every Sunday at around 11. Sometimes we'll be on CPT time. Not gonna lie, but
that's all right.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Give us a follow. We'll bring you back in the loop, bro. Thanks for coming in and having that discussion with us.
Thank you.
Peace out, bro. Bang. All
Yo,
right. That
shout
was
out
awesome.
Bruzy, yo.
Yeah,
Shout out
that dude,
Bruzy.
that cat
Yeah.
was dope. Yeah. Welcome to the household. We will definitely bring you in again, bro, for another one. We got some other people that are trying to jump in the loop here, or else we would have kept you on longer, bro. Most definitely. But we're gonna head back to our discussion. And what a great question to bring up Joe Hendry, by the way. Like, it sparked a really good discussion. That cat, I like what he brings. If he stays in our chat, I hope that we can keep him around for a long time. So
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
most
absolutely.
definitely. But all in, man, I gotta ask here. I want to ask this because there's been some speculation. All love, bro. All love for real. There's been speculation about Mercedes Monet, and I want to have this conversation right now. Is Mercedes Monet not hitting? Is Mercedes Monet not believable? What is this conversation that we're having? Hype, you kind of made a face there. Where are you at with this, bro? Give me your thoughts.
I love Mercedes Monet. Oh,
Bougie says no.
I supported her in everything that she did. And I love that she lobbied for, her to get equal pay and the highest pay possible and all the things that she did. And I'm not I don't think I'm blaming her per se for the issues that I'm seeing in her AEW feuds. But I'm also not blaming her because these are choices that she made. She chose to stay in AEW, and I don't know. She's not hitting, bro. She comes across corny as hell.
That's one thing. Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm at a loss because I'm like, how did you go from Sasha Banks to being the boss of all bosses to being the blueprint, the bank statement, everything that you were to now you look like the future bankrupt.
Yeah, it's that's tough, man. It's hard to hear just because I love me some, when she was Sasha Banks, I loved her, man. But when I see her on clips, it's just it's cringy, bro.
It's not, bro. Them checks ain't bouncing or ain't cashing. They bouncing.
It's I don't know if because I thought she would be better at acting, but I know that the parts that she had on TV or on the shows that she was on, they weren't huge parts, but right. I don't believe her acting at all. Grun, your finger was up there. You had a thought, bro?
Yeah, I think I just figured it out. WWE has at that time very strict on the promos, very strict on what you say. Yeah. What we're seeing is what happens when Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné has complete creative freedom. The fact is, I think what we are discovering is that Mercedes Moné or Mercedes Varnado has an exceptionally unrealistic high believes her own hype way too much. I think she believes she's the best woman in pro wrestling today, but what we're seeing is she had to put it in her entrance song what to chant. They didn't. She had to direct
bro.
And
damn, bro.
And it's taken her 6 weeks to get as over as she is now. But it's you also needed Britt Baker.
Yep.
It's you couldn't do this on your own. So I think WWE. I think they dodged a bullet. I think Mercedes. I think her career is in serious jeopardy right now because I think we're discovering that AEW is where you go. You have a giant ego and truly believe, oh no, there's no fucker better than me. I'm fucking better than everybody else. They don't fucking know who they're hiring. They don't fucking know what they're doing. It's dude, chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out.
Bro.
Okay? because
Dude, we got Scarface over there.
I just want to counterpoint you. Although I agree that she is not hitting right now, I do still believe that she is still one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I think she's great. I just don't think she's
I will
as good.
I will concede that I think she needs credit. I think she needs a better writer. Or writing team for the stories, angles, and things that she's doing, because I know that she could hit if they were written in a certain way that.
Oh damn! Oh, Brucey with the ether.
Damn.
Whoa!
Oh shit, bro! I mean,
they put that over really hard in WWE. That she's.
They did too. I cannot deny that. I cannot deny that.
I'm not trying to take shots at TK. Like, I'm not trying. I'm just, but also, like, if he is head creative and all these stories come from him, and then he's just like, go with this, like, there needs to be a change in that, because like some of these stories don't hit right for me, and they are not. They could absolutely be better, and then like that's all I want out of my AEW is just better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And we're gonna definitely continue this conversation. We have some great traction in the chat, but we have our second call in here, our second stream in. So we're gonna go ahead and bring them on. We're gonna give them an opportunity to bring a statement here, anything that they want to talk about. We'll discuss it. We'll give them their thoughts, and it's just a quick little call in. And this one is, it's my son, Elijah Howse. All right, bring him on. Bring him on. What is up, boy?
Hey, everybody.
What's up?
All right, my man. All right, so you got a thought that you wanted to bring the team IYH here. What did you want to talk about here?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have talked about it or not, but there's like a lot of speculation, especially in like the AEW to WWE talk right now. We have names like Ricky Starks, like interested in WWE. I've heard from reports. So I was just gonna come on here and ask you: do you think that Ricky Starks in WWE is a possibility?
Oh yeah. I think that's
definitely.
happening. I hope that's happening. Honestly,
and that's Cody's boy too. That's Cody's boy. And
just look at Ethan Page right now.
What has Ricky done in the AEW in the last year? What has he done? They've completely forgotten about him. And it's
they wanted him to turn. They wanted him to turn face, and he was like, I don't want to keep turning or whatever. I don't know, man.
I agree with you, Grun, though. There hasn't been a lot that he's done. But yeah, right after this Edge thing where he tried to say something and then Edge just pulled the veteran card and just stuck it to him.
Hit him hard.
I would love for Ricky Starks to be in WWE. I think he would be phenomenal in NXT. I think he would rise and he would really evaluate or elevate his stock as a
big
main
way.
Carter. Yeah. But here's the thing. AEW really messed with him when they gave him this Dollar General rock persona. Because he doesn't have that on the mic ability. He has the on the mic ability to give you your basic story and the basic reason to root for him. But for him to get up there and give you a people's eyebrow, you're not believing it. You're not believing the jabs he's giving. So if they give him this nice run of him just being a hard worker, a person who gets in the ring and gets stuff done, and maybe has a little bit of personality to him, I think he would work fine. But
I mean, y'all believe that stuff with LA Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm sorry, but like I mean, Ricky Starks is just another version of an LA Knight, which I think it will work. Which I also think it's money because he is a wrestler, and not the old school. It's that next generation of wrestler that was cocky bravado. You know, I think we talk about old school wrestlers in a sense, and like people like automatically think about like Bruno Sammartino, and they're like, I don't know how to think about that guy because I wasn't even alive when that dude was around, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you're like, if you're like Little House's age, you know, sorry, yo, not to throw you out there, but like what he probably remembers as an old school wrestler for him, right, is probably
who's the old school wrestler for you, boy? Like,
yeah.
what do you consider old school from like your younger childhood?
I don't know. I grew up watching Cena. I don't know.
Yeah,
We all
okay, yeah,
grew up
no,
watching
that's a
Cena.
perfect
Yeah,
example.
like-
But even the example is that Cena in himself, he is kind of a shined up old school wrestler, right?
is, yeah.
Like just and that's
He's a worker.
But that's why I knew he was going to say Cena too. I also thought that Randy Orton would probably be a good possibility to come from him as well. But like, if you think about that, even our views are skewed because we're talking about guys like Rey Mysterio, even though he is still around, but in his heyday, Rey Mysterio, or like Eddie Guerrero's, or he will shall not be named because there's kids in the room. Different Chris, but great minds.
Jones,
I get it.
I would like to say though, those guys, Cena and Randy Orton, the people that Lil House can relate to and understand, those guys were quick on the mic. Did that Ricky Starks moment, Lil House, did that really, when Edge cut him down like that, did that give you any sense of hope that he can work a mic and he can cut a promo?
I think in a way it kind of like buried his character. Because like it just kind of like cut all of his momentum.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like even with this younger generation, even if they have a different view of what that guy in the ring should be, little things like that, if you cannot do that, you should not be trying to carry that character.
Gotta be able to
we
riff.
Don't need another Rock. We don't need another Cena type character. We need a Ricky Starks. That's what we need. And he needs to find that ability. And AEW did him no justice trying to dress him up. They literally had him dressing up like The Rock coming out.
To point, like, I think characters like that who show one that they have studied, they have watched, they have crafted themselves, they have channeled whatever you got to do. Those older school wrestlers, they're also more adaptable to learn different things and to keep evolving, because that's what wrestlers do. That's really the name of the game, bro. So like you see a guy like LA Knight right now who's doing something that is relatively like it's wrestling 101, and he's not even trying to elevate it to like different heights. Like he's not doing what like Roman did, especially during the pandemic era, where he less wrestling, more focus on what I was saying, how I was saying it, how my attacks were coming after I was saying it, or like a Bray Wyatt who like to visually change things for us. He is just taking this basic wrestling thing and he's just let me make sure I have the most crowd involvement. And that's all wrestling is. I think Ricky Stark can do that. I think he could be anywhere he goes. As long as he's utilized correctly is the big thing.
So adding on to that, so like I think about somebody who Voice brought up earlier, and that's Toni Storm. And Toni Storm, when she was in WWE, it was very much like she was like, I don't know if you guys remember, I might say her last name wrong, but like Ashley Mazzaro, when she was in WWE through Tough Enough and like trying to be like that tough looking blonde chick. Like it was very much like Toni Storm very much was another version of like 4 or 5 wrestlers who did what she was doing, and it wasn't different at all. And that's kind of what you see with Ricky Stark, who, like Toni Storm, is good in his own right, but is kind of doing something and looks like somebody who's had a lot more success in the business than him. And with Toni Storm, the biggest thing, yes, exactly, Brew. Thank you, absolutely. But my points in bringing her up is that when she pivoted and became timeless Tony Storm, that's when we was able to really appreciate Tony Storm for Tony Storm and not just Tony Storm trying to be somebody else. I think that Ricky Starks needs to find his timeless Tony Storm. I think he needs to find something that's going to be him being him, but sets him apart from everybody else. And I think that that's a good thought as far as with him. And I remember Tony Nese. I think, is Tony Nese still doing stuff with AEW right now? I know he was on the lower card, but
yeah, he's still there.
Oh wow, he's still there. I can't believe it. That's crazy. He's there. Hey, he's still there. Like, wow,
Yeah, he's still hanging around.
Jeez. But
Grun is
we'll
not
wrap this up
impressed
in-
with your performance.
Not impressed at all.
I
But
think
we'll
Tony Nese is dead in the water.
ROH.
Oh yeah, he's
OG
yeah, he's
Sam.
hit. He's with ROH. Okay, yeah, I think he's hit the pinnacle of his career for sure. Talented guy, don't get me wrong, but definitely hit that ceiling. But Zay, what do you think? You brought up Ricky Stark. Let's get your thoughts. What do you think about Ricky Stark with WWE? And is that something that you want to see? Do you think that it could work? What are your thoughts?
At first when I started not watching, but like tuning into AEW, because at the time I was tuning into AEW every week because that Adam Cole and MJF stuff. I saw him and I was like, he's kind of corny, but then I started actually like paying attention to his character and his matches, and I saw he was a good worker, and I think he would work really good in NXT, especially with what they're working with, especially with names like Sean Spears, Ethan Page, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Wesley, all those type of names, and especially with this WWE and TNA crossover, I think it would work like kind of great with him going to NXT.
I like that. Yeah, no, that's good thoughts. Like I definitely say that he's doing great things, or can do great things, that is, in NXT if he gets that opportunity. Cody can bring him in. I think it's a good thing because I definitely feel like his time in AEW, just let that go. Let this guy get a chance. And I looked up his age. He's 34. So like on a wrestler's timeline, especially with the way athletes are nowadays, he's probably still got like another good 5 or 6 years in him. So let's definitely see what we can do with that and put him in a good situation to flourish in his career. So yes, still young. Most definitely, Bruce is still young. But we appreciate you coming on, Zay. We'll definitely get you back in the rotation when we do one of these episodes again. But great question, great thought, man. I guess I'll see you in the living room, bro.
Hey, it's good to still see you alive after the Sandman incident.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you still kicking, man.
Yeah, you handled that well. Right. You're
good,
bad
good.
security, but you handled that well.
All right, man. We'll holler at you, bro.
See you
Peace, Your
guys.
Howse.
Later. All right. So that was great. Most definitely another stream in, another call in. That's great stuff. We got a chance to talk to my son. We got a chance to get a new member of the household. Bruzy came in, had some real good thoughts on Joe Hendry. And we talked a little bit of AEW All In. But guys, we got to wrap this up. Call this a really great episode. We didn't get a chance to go through every single part of the card, but most definitely with a week left, I'm sure we'll wrap up and talk about it and tie it in, especially next week on our house party. We'll definitely kind of break that down a little bit more with Dynamite and then Collision. So we're going to wrap this up. Call this a great episode. Most definitely got to give my guys the opportunity to plug anything they need to plug and where you can be caught at. Grun, what about you, man? Let's get started there. Where can we catch you at? What are you doing?
Well, you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Grunmeister, where I'll be gaming whenever I feel like it. But Friday nights, when I am when illness is not kicking my butt, I will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern, giving you the SmackDown preview review show from Grun's room.
Yes. We love it. Grun's Room, doing great work for SmackDown and doing great work for our SmackDown preview show and keeps us in that loop. That's exactly what we need, and we definitely love it. Voice, you already know, man, you do a lot of great work. We appreciate all that you do. Of course, you're now known to me as the educator of Extreme. Where can we catch everything that you are doing, bro?
Well, window lickers, household grunts, friends, your friends, my friends, you can catch me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with the blue-eyed villain himself, where we jump on the Monday Night Raw preview show, where we give you 3 topics that we want to discuss from the previous Raw, and we get you ready for Raw. We kick you off, 8 p.m. you go have fun. It's a good time. Me and Grun really have a great time doing this. It's a real fun time for us on a Monday. It's something we look forward to, much like our Sunday household parties. Also, you can catch me on the Friday night at 6 p.m., the ECW Watch Along, where me and Howse walk through a great promotion called ECW, and we get extreme. We have a watch along where I pick out a match, and hopefully Howse has never seen it, and I can introduce him to some, I don't know, blood, guts, anything.
Yes,
anything that
love
pops
it.
off. I mean, New Jack has been on our screen and he has demolished people. So it's a fun time. Come join us. We have fun there. And then we kick you off. That sends you into Grun's room. And, you know, Grun, stop pulling your sister's hair. You know, it's a fun time over there where he's talking SmackDown. And then you can always catch me hanging out on the Sunday house parties where I give you my opinion on whatever we're talking about. You also caught me with Jones on the smoke sesh, which he's going to tell you about when we talk to him. But that was a fun time. And I really think you guys are really going to enjoy that show once it gets rolling. And it's a thing. You guys are going to really like what he's putting together.
Yeah, most definitely hype. His unique mind and the way that he looks at things always makes for great content. And that's just a great segue to give him the floor right now. Producer of the show, Hypocrisy Jones, what can we catch you at, bro?
Yo, what up, household out there? What up, everybody? My name is Hypocrisy Jones, or at least that's what I go by. I don't know. I got other names and stuff, but you can find me right here on the In Your House Network. The guys talked about the smoke sesh. This is an up and running show. We're trying to figure this out, bro. What it is I just want to give you like short news briefs about what's going on in the wrestling community, whether it's not necessarily the in-ring action like we cover in here or like the over in Dice. I just want to give you enough time to, you know, smoke and listen about some wrestling, bro. It's that smoke break. It's that smoke sesh show. So hopefully you caught last week's with myself and Joshua, the voice Joshua Joseph. It was a pretty fun time, man. And yeah, we're definitely getting that together. You can also find me on this little thing I call the Kokomo Press, yo. It's a community satire page that I'm a part of. We make fun of my community, but in the best way, because I love where I live, bro. But you know, sometimes you gotta highlight the bad to make stuff better. So like, you know, we try to do what we can in the most humorous way as possible, if possible, and things like that. But I don't know, we have a good time. Not only is it a page, we do an open mic night every Thursday night at a place called Cooper's Pub. So if you're in the Midwest of Indiana, near Kokomo, Indiana, come check us out on a Thursday. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. We do pop-up shows. You guys saw in the ad break earlier, Harvest Fest. We are deeply involved with that. That's a show coming up. We have a show coming up in Gas City that we just announced that I'm pretty excited for, and I will be I believe I will be hosting a brewery called Gas City Brewery in Gas City invited us out to come do our Kokomo Press thing. So it's going to be a fun night. I can't wait for that. That's coming September 13th, and then September 14th, as you heard earlier, is Harvest Fest. Harvest Fest is a free show, bro. You can come out there, you can camp, you can have a good time, you can chill, you can smoke your method. It's just try not for it to be the meth, but you know, But yeah, man, I have a whole lot of things going on, but you know, I'm right here in your house.
Man, most definitely. And you guys already know where you can find me at. Most definitely not smoking meth at all. And that's going to be here in your house. And I also I also want to bring up real quick, if you can bring the link up here. And of course, Brucey's still here, so I want to bring that up because we didn't bring it up. Our house call IYH Discord. We have a Discord that we have. It's really starting to we're starting to gain a little traction with it. So check that out. Hop in there, and everything's all organized. Whatever you want to talk about is right there. And also, we're going to be doing special exclusive stuff there, and that'll give people in our Discord more opportunities to come onto the show to say their piece. Remember, guys, I mean, when we go that podcast, we got motion, y'all. It's just the truth. It's not a lie. I mean, we've hit podcast charts. We're listened to internationally, where we're getting huge downloads back again here, and it's been a 5-year grind to get to the point where we are at. So we're very proud, and we're always trying to stay current and stay evolved. And Discord is something that I feel like is going to help get what we're doing into a different trajectory. So guys,
Absolutely.
You already know what it is here. We're going to be doing great work, and we're going to continue with what we've been doing. And of course, that's the Joshua Joseph Show, man. You got to love it. And that, of course, is Window Lickers, and he has Grunmeister there. They do their Raw preview show. That is great. Then, of course, you already know we got Hype, and he's doing his smoke session. He is awesome. Most definitely, Brucey, give us a follow, bro. Get on there, and we'll definitely get you in there, bro. That's great. So come on in.
Well,
Hype smoke
one of us
sesh,
will send you a link.
Yeah. Let's get this man a link for sure. Smoke sesh, love what he's doing. Just a little something to get you guys to and from work, or to get you through that break at work. It's great stuff. We love it. Then on Wednesday, y'all, we get real granular. We dig deep into Monday Night Raw, as it's the Raw deal with Howse and O'Neal, myself and the amazing, divinely designed Annie O'Neal. We talk everything that goes down on Monday Night Raw, and we do a really great job. She's been a great addition to the team. Then Friday, those ECW watch-alongs, one of my favorite parts of the week that we do. Awesome for sure. Myself and the voice, Josh Joseph, and anybody who wants to join. Last few weeks, we've had Hype come and join in with us. Then last night, we had Grun in with us, and it was real great. Those ECW watch-alongs, I love it because it's just chill, laid back, and it's just the homies watching wrestling. So those episodes are really great. Then we get Grun. He's in his room doing his thing with those SmackDown preview shows. We really appreciate what he's doing there, and I almost a little bit envy what he's doing, because now he's going to be covering what's become a great show on SmackDown. So most definitely, that's right, man. Most definitely throw him up. Acknowledging it's been a great show, and this has been a great show, y'all. Most definitely head on over to everything that our man the Pope Elijah Burke is doing. He's doing awesome things on the Pope's point of view. You guys already know I am the producer of the podcast, and of course Hypocrisy Jones is the producer of his interview series, which comes in video, and then we convert it over into the podcast form as well. So he's doing great things. Bro,
we got a doozy coming, bro.
Yeah,
I can't talk about it, but bro,
once Pope drops it, we'll talk about it here on the show, most definitely. But yeah, follow everything he's doing, and we'll see a little bit more of him at the end of the show. But guys, you already know what's up with us. We're going to be here giving you guys that content, talking wrestling, because we got that love for the wrestling. We got that passion for it. That's right, the Elijah Express, my man. Great dude, great guy. But guys, you already know it's at Alicon House, all those social medias. But most importantly, follow us at the In Your House Pod, or the In Your House Wrestling Podcast. That's right there on Facebook. And of course, that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So you guys already know the vibes. For the Grunmeister, for the voice, Josh Joseph, for Hypocrisy Jones, for divinely designed Annie O'Neal, and for the world's most dangerous podcaster, Paragon, I am Alicon, the Concept House. To remind you to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get on. or get gone because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.
Hello, everyone. It's the Pope Elijah Burke, founder and president of the Love Alive charity. I wanted to take this brief moment to share with you my charity's continued humanitarian efforts to positively impact the impoverished communities in and around the greater Jacksonville area. This cannot be possible without your support. If you'd be so kind, please take a moment to visit our website, love-alive.org, to learn more about the charity and its mission. Also, feel free to donate to our 501c3 organization that operates off of the donation of the public, which is you. Whether that be by website or via Cash App, $1 help makes a difference in the lives of others as we continue to positively influence many people by being the change that we wish to see in the world.